Good evening, Beyond the Call of Duty family and our End of Watch Ride to Remember family. It is Friday, the 23rd, so Christmas Eve um, for everyone. So we're coming on a little bit early tonight. Just there's lots going on, and people have holiday things, Christmas events, and going into Christmas weekend. So sorry about going a little early, but we got a few fallen that we'd like to remember and talk about this evening. But first, we'll go with a few of our sponsors. Let's start with, of course, I don't see them on here. So we'll go with Lone Wolf Harley Davidson, and they are one of our amazing sponsors that, of course, donate the motorcycle every year that we give away at the end of our ride in September. And they're an amazing dealership out of Spokane Valley. They've got a great service department, and all their sales guys are amazing. They have done wonders for a lot of us. My husband and I have both gotten our bikes there. So if you're in Spokane, definitely stop by, say hi, pick up a shirt or, a motorcycle. It's Christmas, so everyone needs a new bike. But they're an amazing dealership. So stop by and support them and give them a shout out whenever you can. I would also like to thank Yolks Fresh Market. Yolks is a great grocery store. They're family owned. They've got quite a few locations here in the Northwest, but they've been a great supporter here all 3 years for us. And so if you're in the Northwest and you need groceries, or you just want to stop in and say hey and thank you, that is definitely the place to do it. They have a great meat. Their meat department is amazing, and they have what we call their like bratwurst, but they're smokies, and they are the best anyway. So they're a wonderful place to visit, and they've been great supporters of us. I would also like to, of course, my favorite is Will Simpson Helmets, who I believe are hands down the best helmets on the planet. They have low road noise. They fit perfectly. They're light. We wear the carbon Mod Bandits, and they're one of the lightest helmets out there. So those of you with kind of hinky necks or backs or whatnot, they're definitely worth it. So check Simpson Helmets out. Also, I'd like to thank Phoenix Protective Corporation, who's our diamond sponsor, who without their support from day one, and we would not be able to do what we do. They have been a huge, very generous sponsor. And so they are in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, Alaska. And so if you're looking for any type of security, armed security, unarmed security, special events, executive protection, they are your go-to. And if you're not in one of those states, still reach out. You never know. They've got lots of hands all over the country. So, but they're an amazing sponsor of ours. So we, of course, as I said, we're going into Christmas Eve. It's the holiday week, 2-week kind of period. And so I'd like to take a look and talk about a couple of the fallen that we've had in the last week, and added here to ODMP here in the last week. And so we're going to start with, this is a man who was in law enforcement, served in law enforcement for more than 40 years. This is Chief of Police Joe Carey from Broadnax Police Department in Virginia. And he was lost on Friday, December 16th, 2022. Unfortunately, he was struck and killed by a vehicle in Broadnax, and he had activated his emergency lights and was removing a dead dog from the roadway when he was struck by an oncoming pickup truck. He was transported to their community hospital, but unfortunately he succumbed to his injuries there. So he had served in law enforcement for more than 40 years, and he had already previously retired from the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, where he had been there for 26 years. And he is survived by his wife, 4 sons, a daughter, and his grandchildren. So unfortunately, a very avoidable tragedy. When you see police lights and people have their, whether it's fire or any first responder out there has got their lights on, they've typically got them on for a reason. Pay attention, get out of the way, give them their space. So next, I'd like to honor. This is Senior Corrections Officer Scott Reiner, and he was with the Gwinnett County Department of Corrections out of Georgia, and his end of watch was Tuesday, December 13th of this year. Officer Reiner was shot and killed in the parking lot of the Gwinnett County Correctional Center as he arrived to work early at 6:30 in the morning. He had encountered a subject in the facility's parking lot who attacked him. During the ensuing struggle, Officer Reiner was fatally shot. He was located by other officers at the facility. The subject fled the scene but was arrested 3 days later and has been charged with felony murder and aggravated assault. And during the course of their investigation, it revealed that the subject had been in the area for an extended period of time before he attacked Officer Reiner. So unfortunately, and he came across Officer Reiner. And so Officer Reiner had served with Gwinnett County Department of Corrections for 12 years. And he's survived by his wife, son, daughter, grandchildren, and 2 siblings. So another, 2 more families there that unfortunately are coming into this holiday season and will definitely be missing their loved one. We also had Detective Paul Newell, and he was with the Benton County Sheriff's Office out of Arkansas, and his end of watch was Saturday, December 17th, 2022. And Detective Newell was killed in a motorcycle crash at 6:30 in the morning. And he was escorting vehicles who were delivering wreaths to veterans' grave sites as part of the Wreaths Across America movement, that they put out wreaths on all the veterans' grave sites at private graves, at any VA graveyard, and it's a pretty amazing program. So he was escorting people to go do that when he was killed. His motorcycle had struck a curb, he had lost control, and he had collided with a tractor trailer, and that was also being escorted as part of Wreaths Across America. And so Detective Newell was also a veteran. He'd served with the United States Army, and he had served at the Benton County Sheriff's Office for 24 years. He is survived by his wife, 2 daughters, mother, father, 2 brothers, and a sister. So make sure we're giving lots of love and spreading a lot of encouragement and love with this family while they're newly grieving their loved one this holiday season. We also will move to Deputy Sheriff Corey McElroy, and he was with the Garrett County Sheriff's Office out of Maryland, and his end of watch was Wednesday, December 21st, this past week, 2022. Deputy McElroy was killed in a vehicle crash about 7:25 on December 20th. His department SUV struck the back of a tractor trailer before being struck by another vehicle. and he was flown to a Memorial Hospital there in West Virginia, where he had succumbed to his injuries the following morning, so on the 21st. And also, Deputy McElroy was also a U.S. Veteran, and he was with the Marine Corps. And so he is survived by his 2 young children. And he was 31 years old. So he had also served not only in the Marine Corps and gotten out, and was also served with the Garrett County Sheriff's Office. So, he was fairly young. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to age has no bearing on any of these fallen. And it's very unfortunate that these families, so many families this year and every year past, have to endure holidays and without their loved one. And so we just want to make sure that we get lots of love out to these families, especially during this time of year, which can't be easy for anyone. So there's a lot of people out there, not only these 4 officers, these 4 men's families, but there's a lot of you guys and survivors that are missing your loved ones. And this is a difficult time of year. And we want to make sure that that none of you are forgotten, and we love you all. And there's lots of love out there for you guys, and remembering, especially during this time of year. Also, would like to say that I know weather is horrible pretty much across the country. Places that haven't seen cold or snow or freezing rain ever, or in 100 years or 50 years, are hitting some pretty nasty weather out there right now. I'm in Northwest Washington, so I'm pretty lucky that most of our weather has happened the last 2 days, and we're now starting to warm up a little bit. So we're a couple of days ahead of you guys. But just be thankful for those that are out protecting us. Give them extra love during this time and these horrible conditions that they're out. They're out on patrol and outside and helping stranded motorists who need their help. They're out doing all the stuff that none of us are doing. And hopefully you guys, everyone who's stuck in this horrible weather with snow and this monster horrible cold, you guys are all staying inside and staying warm the best you can. I know we are. We've got a pot of ham and beans on the stove and are staying in and keeping warm for a little bit. So coming into that, I'm going to kind of keep it pretty short. There's lots of stuff going on. And so I'm going to go take just a few comments and then, yeah. Oh my gosh, I need glasses. Hi, Michelle. Eddie, I hope you guys are not too horribly miserable, but I'm guessing you guys pretty are. Yep, Cynthia, lots of love out to them during this time. Hi, Janie. Definitely, Eddie. Hey, Richard. Merry Christmas to you. We been thinking about you a lot, you guys, and your family, and hope this Christmas is decent for you guys. I know it'll be different. It's this. Jorge. I hope you're enjoying your time in Mexico with your family, getting to spend lots of time with your dad. So looks like you guys are not getting the bad weather. So enjoy it while you can. Yeah, Richard, I wish we could take this weather away. We have got quite a bit of snow on the ground right now, and we were covered in about half-inch of ice this morning. So I would gladly take it away from you and send it back to other people who are used to it. We don't get this kind of stuff either. Dottie, Merry Christmas to you. Again, I hope you're enjoying your time in warm Mexico right now. Ken, yeah, we just got to show these guys lots of love. It's not a pleasant time out there for a lot of people. Hey, to you guys, I'm guessing maybe that's James in Georgia. Yeah, Janie, it is a very icy area around here. Oh, Merry Christmas, Paula. Hope you guys are faring okay and your ice is melting soon. All right. So, as I said, we're going to keep it pretty short. I know it's kind of record time, but I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas weekend, holiday weekend, moving into next week. You guys stay safe in the crummy cold and snow and wind right now. And remember, it's Friday night, so make sure you don't drink and drive or text and drive. Make sure you're pulling over for first responders of all types. Get out of the way, stay away from them. We've had lots of wrecks around here with people not paying attention. So make sure you're getting out of the way and give your all your family and your friends an extra hug, maybe a little bit of extra love this season. And we'll look forward to seeing you guys next week.